And we do see the full lineup of Fluffy Gangsters playing. Not their coach. Poka also in. And Devushka still playing for FORZE Reload. Malinov and Devushka have been swapping back and forth for this lineup of FORZE Reload. But now choosing Devushka as their player. Maybe Malinov not fully aware, on holiday. Or still trying out some of their players. It's all been working nice. FORZE Reload is the #1 seed when it comes to the group stage. Definitely the reason why I feel like they're going to be more likely to win it out. And looking at the veto and the statistics in general, that is a logically the conclusion. Although, opening up with some good fights here is Fluffy Gangsters. They found 2 kills towards the outside. Next in Azera will also look for it. Yurmyata is the one tucking back into garage. Getting himself ready for a potential swing. Well, eventually Yurmyata is going to have a look at it. Takanashi on the A side with Tilberedes, while Devushka is in a very advanced position. This is not something Takanashi will check unless he swings out further. The angles that he's doing, just keep on jiggling. Eventually we'll find the target on Devushka. And the 2 versus 4 still remains. This set of duelies is definitely interesting to have to manage. Yurmyata comes out for the flank. Spray will be collapsing. And that is not the best of rounds for FORZE Reload to begin with. Yurmyata found a double entry very soon into the round. And then there was no crawling back. Crazy double entry. And of course the kill on Devushka being a opening. Being the nail in the coffin eventually for Fluffy Gangsters. Pushing through into ramp. Right into a meat grinder it looks like. The MP9 has successfully lined up too. Yurmyata will have a look into help, and there we go. Rounds found. Fluffy Gangsters are going to be going up 2-0. There's now an answer. Should be formed here. With FORZE Reload having a buy going forward. And tomorrow, the final, of course, from the Exort series number 3. The only team that can take 2 wins in the legacy, I would say, of Exort. I was going to say in a row, but that's not the case. Could still be Fluffy Gangsters. They were the ones taking the first win. The first series has been won by them. Since then, they weren't the ones doing all too good in Series 2. But they've been a long-standing member of the Exort series. Been playing every single season, and they would be able to crown that with another win in the books. It's something they're going to have to find out themselves, but eventually it does look like this is once more around for the Fluffy Gangster side, and potentially some timeouts being called, because things ain't going all too right. Some typing in the chat, possibly some problems. Really not the best of positions to find themselves into. The spray from Poka came through. There was obviously a knife kill coming out. That might have been the reason for some talking, but again, Yurmyata 10-0 at the moment. He's really been playing a stellar game. I was checking who it was. It was Ruby to win the second season. With Adepts on the 8th place, Viperio 7th, which we also saw this season, but unfortunately didn't complete the season. Rest of the teams are all quite new in this season alone. And Might see some more teams joining in the 4th series when it is going to be happening. Here we got to complete the season, and for now the shots towards ramp and lower side taken quite swiftly. Will be FORZE Reload falling down again, as they're going to set up for a full buy in this round. AWP onto Shady, might be able to bring some new stuff to the table. The team that was originally the first one in the league itself, we might still see having some troubles to get things going. Some warm-up issues, I don't know. All in all, fluffy gangsters that are definitely playing quite a good level of Counter-Strike, which we know they can. They're also trying to put up a good fight in tournaments like ESEA Advanced, where Fluffy Gangsters has yet to play their first game after this series of Exort. They're gonna go ahead and play that very often, I think, for a small portion of time. Well, I don't really know if FORZE Reload is playing inside of an ESEA season, or it must be something like main, but I've honestly no idea about that. Otherwise, just playing as many tournaments as they can. Besides that. Players dropping as they've sneaked through into secret. Poker. Just watching and seeing. Now FORZE Reload is playing advanced. They are 2 and 3 at this point. 2 wins, 3 losses. Pushing through outside, getting partially cleared. So with the jumps as well, it's 30 seconds left to make a singular play. Nearing to move into B. Devushka fake it and execute towards A. Well, eventually it looks like it should be the B exec coming out. No one has rotated though from Fluffy Gangsters. Now with the lobby take been found, the steps towards B, that should be where rotations are starting to come out, but you don't have the advantage anymore, so this is not going to be an easy round whatsoever. Next in Azera. Up close, of course, will hear the sounds potentially come out. No fight yet found. Next in Azera. Looking over top where Solby is leading in. That's the kill found for Next in Azera. Will be traded. A few more will fall. Although, only 2 remains. Highness needs to clear up top. Taps the bomb once. That's going to be one guy peeking in. And Shady with the op. Delivering at all cylinders. As that is a brilliant round from FORZE. They took so much space towards outside. Making it incredibly hard to hold on. The rest is history. Yeah, 2 wins due to forfeit wins from FORZE Reload. That's where we had. They won against Dynamo Exort. They won a freebie against no team. So I think they're 2 and 3 right now. On Wikipedia it says 0 and 3, but it should be edited. And Dynamo Exort not playing is the reason for it. So still not too bad, not too shabby. With the Gangsters that will, after the Exort series, start playing all their matches in a rapid time. Well, rapid, FORZE Reload is again to go down into B. They've always tried this, going through into secret. And maybe a faster lobby aggression from Fluffy Gangsters this time coming out, considering they have that information. I'm honestly not too sure at what we're going to think. But I don't think ultimately Fluffy Gangsters is going to let go of this B side all too easy this time. Molly towards main should be able to make him cross. Though I don't think if that's initially going to be the ID. Okay, they will try. Smoke has been used. Molly, of course, on top of main, making Takanashi impossible to go for a swing. But a jump spot on the single door still comes out. He's going to have to hold it all by himself there, Poka. Spotted him out. Open, close the door. But eventually goes back to single. Kozmi is ready. That is a lovely kill with the MAC-10, overrunning him quite easily. There's the second in the round. Found after the initial fight. And Fluffy Gangsters is get sent back in, of course. Not allowed to do all too much. Great shot there from Solby. Don't know if Takanashi's going to be allowed to stay alive. The nade won't hit him anytime soon. And it does look as if FORZE Reload will easily be walking away with the second. Again, taking so much time to actually get into a position in the first place. But once they've taken control, there's no way back around. There's no way backing out of it. And after that, they are sitting ducks. Beautiful round that will be taken as they find a second. Now we'll have to wait and see how Fluffy Gangsters will be able to respond to this, because they don't really have a buy. They're starting to lose more and more here on the CT side. The start was good, of course, but your finish and controlling the pace afterwards needs to be as good. Hasn't been something we have seen just yet. Again, outside getting used. No steps towards outside made. Causing Yurumyata to potentially line him up. They didn't know of the existence of either one. As the shift button was pressed every single time. Now the op finds one. But then Takanashi around the corner will be cleared by Spirit. Reads it through so damn nicely. As with the advantage in the hands of FORZE Reload, there's no guarantees whatsoever. There's no guarantees this time either. And for pickup gets taken down. Chasing in. With both Poke and Solby running their way down. Will eventually be good to get it. Shot from Kozmi will collect. And with that, no way to pick up that scrambled rifle. Solby might have an attempt once more. He does know his teammate had an AK. Now it's been naded away. Oh, wow. That is well played by Kozmi. That is a really good read from Kozmi coming out, but he will pay the price for it. You throw a nade like that, you'll just die to my 5-7. No way to survive. Solby will be a sitting duck. That's where the third will come into play. Three in a row so far. Fluffy Gangsters haven't been able to brew up an answer. Maybe aggression towards middle to take some initial space. Would be that. Unless, of course, you're going to lose that fight. And immediately, troubles are starting to arise. Although, that is a good frag onto Exort and Zera to make it equal again. Not really the possession over outside that they were looking for. They do have an op now in an alternative spot. That could make things just a little dicey. Util. Thrown into the A side. Spirit. Trying to drop a molly. Oof, that is Sorby seen. Trying to run down into vent. That won't be happening. Bomb gets dropped in the open. Cosme needing to recover this to try and drop down. And he's made it down into the B side. Double door will be checked. Now single will be opened. Highness could line up there. Another one to drop the bomb, but he won't be able to. Site's been taken. Bomb goes down for him. As it's blended for Shady onto Dark. Well, it doesn't seem to be not around for now. Might still have something to offer here. Yunamyata has a molly, so could throw it in Dark. Make things very awkward. It's both of the play from FORZE Reload are playing there. No way to get this retake. FORZE Reload, man. What a ridiculous round again coming out from them. Cosme in particular. They took initiative going down vent, and then Cosme had to save the day. Because it was close to completely fall apart, eventually leading to a disadvantageous position. This round we saw, and then the outside aggression opening up initially. Of course, that was a trade from Sorby. And then the A push here. Of course, things are starting to fall apart. You get yourself a kill onto Sorby. Rotation from Fluffy Gangsters into the side, but Cosme to take initiative to fight, knowing that there were players there to trade him. Going into those fights with full confidence, you might actually win some. And in this situation, he actually got away with all of them. He's now on a 9-6 scoreline. FORZE is completely tied. After 4 rounds found from Fluffy Gangsters to begin with. It's 4 in a return. And there's still so much more that they could potentially go for. Low buy now from Fluffy Gangsters. Execute coming in, fast flashes, pushing through right into the MP9, but again, Cosme with the trade, so important, so great. Poker tries to run in with the 5-7 up close, the op that has to cross with the bomb. Help arrives though with an AK, as it's Cosme again, getting such an important kill. Now we'll put FORZE Reload back into the driving seat to potentially win this game. Or at least win the half. Very, very good looking. The side of FORZE Reload. 4-0 start that just hasn't been able to be built out to anything. Up on either side coming out. And so the technical timeout, or the tactical timeout being over, leaves us to go for round 10, double digits. That will be played after this one. No team really running away with the game just yet, but it looks like FORZE Reload might. And with a map like Ancient coming up, it's not a map that we haven't seen from FORZE Reload just yet. It's been a lot less of a good performance necessarily, but I don't think they're going to necessarily be all too bad on it. Good shot from Yurmyata to begin with, but with an AWP and the knowledge of a second player towards outside, they can start looking to leap into A. Knowing that an entry is enough to simply just break open a site. Concussion, confusion on the side of Fluffy Gangsters as they're desperately trying to make a retake come out. Needing to get hold of something soon. They're an A side, very hard to retake on AWP from heaven. Various players that are just checking for it. Takanashi with his M4 that should look in for first blood immediately. Swinging through, the Vushka is ready. Poka has looked to trade him. More is going to have to come out. Kuzmi's head will be spotted, eventually falling into a kill. Shady knows where the upper is, jumping twice. Oh, bomb is not getting defused. No one has a kit from Fluffy Gangsters to go for. And that's why the round will go right into the hands of FORZE Reload. The AWP from Shady's not even going to go and save. And so, looking for round 11. With 6 rounds in a row on the FORZE Reload side. Slowly but surely, outside being possessed again. Close angles cleared. Crossfire played towards outside with the weaker buy. Devushka has slipped through the defense. Solby has heard him cross. Will eventually be traded by Exnezera. Never mind. 5-7 good enough to control the pace. Yurmyata from Garage is also doing work. And that's where FORZE Reload falls apart for the first time in a while. Kuzmi has been great, but a 1 versus 5 looks like too much to ask. Great shot onto Solby. Will alleviate some of the pressure. Second will also be found, but tagged down low leaves him with no real answer but to go for this, right? It has to be a miracle. Feet's already seen, Kuzmi. Looks to leap his way down. As Yurmyata is going to go right in there as well. Holding the angle up close. It's Kuzmi to fall. Well done there from Yurmyata, of course, going on top of Garage. Such a unpredicted position. Something that you simply just can't break if you are Kuzmi there. Even if you play, if you are the best player in the world, maybe even with Walex, you wouldn't be able to win that fight out. That's how hard it was. Yurmyata is playing a good game, but the rest still quite short to follow. Although, I'm going to be honest, Yurmyata towards outside has let them slip towards the B side very often, which hasn't really been notified all too often. So, usually it's been exit frags and then just going for a save from time to time. So, I don't really know how much it necessarily means having so much kills for Yurmyata, but it will be great to pat the stats eventually. The 6-6 half is still about to happen as the entry is already found on Spirit. There goes Kuzmi. The top fragger from FORZE Reload taken away. Poke has been traded. They found outside space with Devushka still waiting behind Red Room or Red Box. Could still be quite interesting. Close up. Molly getting thrown next to Nazera. We'll find Solby. The bomb will go down. Looking at this retake. Next to Nazera. Will have a chance, but falls away, falls flat to Takanashi. Shady up close, needing to step up all by himself. He will not be seen while Yurumyata is clearing the door. He's out in the open. Shady happy to be alive for a little bit longer, but eventually finds himself being traded. Giving it a 6-6 half. Still, not too much to worry about for either side. Although Fluffy Gangsters still going to have so much to do here with a T side to follow. They started off strong. After that, there were some answers from FORZE Reload, particularly towards outside. But every single time Yurumyata has been more, I would say, had some more fights towards outside. More decisive in that regard. I feel like it's been beneficial to him. Because in the early stages, he just left outside completely open, leaving them to play with no control. Which eventually led to we going into the flip. 2 pieces of dual Berettas coming out. Vuska will be boosted up on the ramp side. Smoke is used, waterfall. To try and get his way across and into main. Least around. Zero that will leap his way through from the secret side. Some shots being missed here and there, while eventually looking forward into the fight. It's Shady to try and follow. They might still be able to go back up. They play their cards right, but the rotations down are great. Shot fired, looking for another. Yurumyata, then Shady coming into the play. Or running back up they go. Up vent into A. With no one from FORZE Reload having the capability to follow. Yeah, secret will be checked. Shady. Should be a dead man walking here. A quick tap from Poker. The dual Beretta still leaping in from Radio. And one from Heaven. Boxes will be cleared. Corners will be checked. Main. Getting tapped. Looking for another. As Kusmi tries to. Devushka swinging through. Will be taken away by Takanashi. That's the door opening once more. Needs to go for the defuse, but won't have it happen. Round 8 is on the brink of happening as well. As 7 is found from Fluffy Gangsters. Finding both pistols. And are looking to control the pace even further in this game. Initial opening fight, Shady chasing, but with that FORZE Reload had to hold the way back up. And they couldn't do so. They couldn't hold the vent upwards play. That is where, in that situation, majority of things started falling apart. Execute into A. Sorby. Leading your charge. As the bomb has gone down and the retake needs to happen. An 8-6 close to happen here for Fluffy Gangsters. Okay, 2 kills. Might allow you to have a way into this round actually. All running through from main. The swing will come out. Kusmi is a dead man walking. There goes Takanashi. Not going to happen though. No round for FORZE Reload, but the amount of damage that they found is ultimately going to help them in the future. And there goes Poker as well. Okay. Only one person surviving from Fluffy Gangsters. And that will leave this full buy at a position for Fluffy Gangsters to be quite fragile. Having barely anything to really work with in that regard. So we're looking at a bunch of AKs, a Mac-10, 1 Galil, limited util, and no money in reserve to play with. So losing this round, and you're probably going to have to eco twice. And with that entry onto Highness being one of the AKs taken away initially, that's not really going to help all too much. Poker will try and have a look in. A lurk into main. With Kuzmi not necessarily checking for it. This could be huge. Protocols on FORZE Reload are usually quite good. But Poker has been allowed to slip through all the way. Which might allow him to get like a freebie of some sort. And maybe some intel. Where is he gonna go? He's looking into going A, but if Heaven has been held in time, might still be a way for things around this. It won't be checked though. Poker finds Spirit and Kuzmi. Could be traded here with a swing from Shady coming out as he lines up a second with it as well. Mech10 and Galil left in a 2 versus 3 now. Double entry doesn't seem to be enough. Because all of the other Fluffy Gangster players couldn't accelerate and couldn't deal with Shady himself. The man, the myth, but not with an op this time. Good frag from Solby. Awareness about where he is. Well, Shady is just going to continue on going for more and more. Bomb isn't planted for him. Flashbang to support. He dodged it once. Solby doesn't look to swing out just yet. And there's no kid available on Shady. Clearance from Solby will come out. No one on the bomb. He knows it. He finds it. It's a 9th for Fluffy Gangsters. As they're the ones taking another round on the board. How has Poker slept through so far without FORZE Reload knowing this? It's such a painful timing. Over towards outside. And those are the ones you kind of want to see. You kind of don't want to see as well. It's too painful from time to time. We'll have to wait and see. Not the best buy for FORZE Reload, so... Although... Swinging through, oh, the Nova. The entries, the kills, and then the shotgun to finish it off. That is crazy. FORZE Reload, how did they find this round? To put themselves to a potential tight spot, because you see the buy now having to happen. They're forced to buy. And the 7th should very well be going the direction. The 8th and the 9th, I mean, should very well go the way of FORZE Reload. And 4 from Kuzmi won't be able to find it. They run their way down, but it's a big Helmer play. USP can't do it, running back up the ladder with Poker finding a frag with that. He's let Spirit to die. He's going to have to go for a little bit more. Yatsa, Poker on the side itself. Bomb will look to go down. We're looking for the retake here. On the side of FORZE Reload, Exton and Zera will smoke off. Yatsa will collect the frag with a Tech 9 up close. Poker getting one more to the tally. Well, the Peter 50 won't do all too much. The defuse can be happening. 5 seconds. Kuzmi is going to stick. Up close. Yatsa though is making noise. He's not going to swing necessarily, and now he will. Collecting it. And putting Fluffy Gangsters up to 10 now. You win a round with a Nova shotgun and everything that you just had. Here we are. Seeing it all starting to be fumbled. That is absolutely ridiculous. Now we're gonna have to see. We'll have to wait and see. With a fight from Spirit looking to come out. He can't find it. Shooting him down is Exort. He finds Yurim Yatta. Poker comes out with a trade again. Only one person fired for Fluffy Gangsters, so not too much to go for. The 3-10s are still going to be a stand on what could be and should be around for FORZE Reload. But imagine if this one goes to Fluffy Gangsters. Then the map is all of a sudden in their palm of their hands. Solbeat not going to deliver it. And with that 8 going the way of FORZE Reload. Still managing to hold on as the Academy team is allowed to keep the spirits up. Although losing some crucial rounds, might have one of them following this time. As originally you would say, FORZE Reload goes for a buy here. Double eco. They're going to be buying up. Yurim Yatta doing so much there in this round, of course. With the Tech 9s and all. That's one. At this point, he has to find 2 more with the Tech 9. He just takes them both down for a triple. Absolutely ridiculous. Could buy an AK, but then falls flat before you know. And FORZE Reload strikes back. So the FORZE buy will be called. Fluffy Gangsters, we know they're going to have this buy. Yurim Yatta, that will go for a Hero AK. Next round might go for a Scout or like a Mac 10. All in all, it's a round that isn't looking all too good from Fluffy Gangsters. With 1 to follow, that's not going to be all too good either. So a chance for FORZE to go back into winning ways. And if they do, sure they're going to have a chance. Shot from the AWP. The collateral. Yurim Yatta down to 13. Good shot from Exort, finding Poker. Getting the man advantage in the camp of FORZE Reload. Up out, of course, as he picked it up from Shady. No fight towards heaven that will be given. They try to leap their way down into the B site. The Vushka. Big chance ahead as he has help from Kuzmi right next to him. The windows will be broken, and with a nade on the smoke, might provide them with some angles. Might provide them with a way, or just the smoke will do. Solby gets sprayed. Reeled down through the smoke. Kill from Yurim Yatta will be good though, as he has lined up a second. Takanashi finds an AK as he's looking for one more. Can't do it. 9 is put on the board. As FORZE Reload has made it so that they can tie up the game with one more round. But with the plant and everything, it's still a good buy to follow here from Fluffy Gangsters. They're still going to have AKs and Galils on some. Zera. Close to outside with the M4. Smoke wall won't be used, so you can start investigating and reinforcing the A side in particular. Smokes will now fade. Exort still trying to play outside. Now he's up close and in the open. Hard to stand tall, as he will be sprayed slowly but surely. Looking to cross now. And he's managed to. That's ridiculous from Exort. Smoke from the doorway being thrown. Fluffy Gangsters looking to accelerate their way into ramp. Can't make it happen. Poker could, because me. Getting himself ready for a potential swing in. Flash will be used, Cosme dodging it twice. Spirit still on top of Hut. And he's standing, getting help from his team to line them all up. Initial presence towards outside that was held all day long. Then they knew it was going to end up being an A play all day long. Beautifully played. And 3 straight and an eco to follow. He's putting FORZE Reload back into a really comfortable position now. They're the ones taking control. They're the ones getting very close to taking it. With the deagles and everything. Fluffy Gangsters can still do some damage, but ultimately the economy is starting to get better and better for FORZE Reload. They're starting to find more and more success. Which should eventually mean that they're gonna be the ones picking up their own map pick. Still, things can change. Things can differ. If Fluffy Gangsters play good, the next full buy. They're only 3 away as well from potentially taking this. And that is a turnaround point big time. Last time it was 13-11. Something similar to what we have seen now. To which Fluffy Gangsters was constantly the ones fighting their way back. Or even the ones in the driving seat at some point. Kind of gave it away to FORZE Reload, and they did so as well on Anubis back then. But now, potentially going out into Ancient, one of their favorite maps, without the momentum on their side, could also be quite dangerous. There goes your eco. Now you got yourself 2 full buys to work with. The next one will probably not be as good of a full buy, I should say. Let's just say it's still a buy. That will mean both teams now gonna fight their hearts out in this very important round. It could be 11-11. It could be match point, or map point rather, from FORZE Reload coming out. No aggression towards outside yet. There we have the first bit of damage done to Takanashi. Radio cleared. I think just for the sake of it, because I don't really think they're going to go there. Limited util. Looks like it could be an outside fake with Poker going down and potentially then a ramp take, or Poker leaving in to go through main. Doesn't seem like it. Ramp was taken for no reason. Well, the AWP has rotated. Shady is down. On the B side himself, up close. Shady finds Solby. That's a very important kill from the AWPer. Poker can look for the lurk around, but he can't. Now there's no path into A either. Those were your 2 chances. Go down B or go up A. Both of them has been wasted, so ramp is your only option, but that's easily read through. Rotations have come out. Shady is already there with the AWP. And there can be a second one going down with it as well. I feel like they should have already went for a vent dive, but not gonna happen. 15 seconds to try and stop this Shady. Here's him crossing to the side. Here's Highness going for the plant. Highness is sticking it. Highness is gonna be taken down, leaving 12 for FORZE Reload. A flawless round going the way of FORZE Reload. It's just ridiculous. now it's one more. For all the marbles here. A win for Fluffy Gangsters would put another full buy in the hands of FORZE Reload. So they're going to have to break 2 very hard and well-placed full buys. Shady, 20 and 10. A force to be reckoned with on the AWP here on Nuke. You need an AWPer like him on Nuke in order to hold on those outsides. But he's not been playing outside all too often. He's been playing very versatile. Now he's going to go ahead and peek ramp, which can lead to an opening as well. Poker's lucky that the smoke was there. Solby. It's not a counter-terrorist guys getting his way down. No, it's Solby getting himself all the way in to Secret. A run up to A. In Hut still. Aggression that could be looming. Spirit will be a dead man walking. The hold is great though. Also from the vent push-up. As it's not easy to hold on to Fluffy Gangsters pushing onto the site. Running him down. There goes Shady. He's a dead man walking. 11 gets put up on the board. For overtime here. Oh, no way. That is brilliant. Half HP for Takanashi. 70 left from Yunryata. And Fluffy Gangsters that will start walking right into the player. Outside will be cleared. Shady finds Yunryata there. As another kill will come out. Burning. Slowly but surely as Fluffy Gangsters is starting to leap their way in. There goes Spirit out with a double. Triple in the round as he shut them down completely. Takanashi is left by himself. And a 1 versus 5. As Exort and Zero will have a look into clearing down. There goes the spray. There goes the final blow. Another 13-11. Dobred is from Shady. Looking to move in. Close. Spirit will be looking for a one piece as Exort and Azera have a crossfire with him in Donut. Yunryata still looking for the trade as he's successfully been able to do that. He's trying to get the final piece, but won't be able to make it happen. Yunryata. 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 Leaping in. Looks for Cosme. Can't do it. Spirit has found the final piece. And with that, the first is taken. 1-0. It's been put up on the board. That is a pretty good start in a very interesting game. With a lot of storyline behind it. Quite found to begin with. SMGs, of course, are pushing their way down ramp. All the kills going to fall into place for them. So the round will go to FORZE reload. Aggression against pistols, but that's not going to be something you will be easily able to do this time. Or you will be able to easily do now. We're going to have to find that out real soon. Utility down into middle will at least be thrown next to Nazera. He's looking forward while Spirit is up close, having a leap in. Solby aggressive through the smoke as he tries to get this frag. It's 6 in a 0 to find its target. Good shot from Shady as a return and no one playing A, which might create some chaos. Good shot from Highness. That will find Shady. So they're going to have the man advantage here. The Vushka will be looking for the save as he leaps. Steam in. As that was a round played really poor, I think, for FORZE reload, really. That push through the smoke from Solby. Not really checked all too much for. And then as soon as the kills started coming out, Highness came up with the trade and that was it. The A side was taken over. No one from FORZE reload playing there, even thinking about it. And a poor mid fight. And then leaving A open. You can leave A open, but your mid fight needs to be good then. And you losing an opener right there and then makes it so hard to control the pace and keep it up. Which eventually led to quite a bit of problems like we just saw. Middle will look to be checked here. 5 AKs from Fluffy Gangsters that have been bought. Up is closing in as Shady. Looking for Yurumyata and Takanashi. Both of them ready to push out of A. Great shot from Shady. We'll find Takanashi. The flash was great. It's bringing him down to 8 points of health. Might still be good for a second and then just books his ticket away. But not going to happen. Won't find a second. Solby accelerates. And the side looks to be Fluffy Gangsters. Almost gone down. So it looks like the post plant could be happening. Smoke thrown towards Donut. One flank in, of course. Look at that flank from Yurumyata coming out. Solby will be seen as Lexine taken down. Yurumyata from CT. A spray from Donut. Cosme is sticking. Cosme is going for it all the way. Cosme with the defuse. And Fluffy Gangsters, although in the driving seat of that round, are not going to be the ones having it. Which is striking a lot of concerns in my end. This is not a good position for Fluffy Gangsters whatsoever. Either side rocking with that full buy. 5 AKs. Other side of the fluffy gangsters coming out. Extinizera. Aggressing his way through into middle. It's FORZE Reload have again taken it, but careful though. This is the mid fight, the poor mid fight previously. You need to get this trade on Bokke done quite soon on top of you. Highness already is. You need to get away with trades, but the advantage gets drawn once more. This was the 3 mid take again, so you know A is clear. Rotation will be caught from Kuzmi, while Devushka has gone aggressive to find Yurumyata behind. No way to fall back. Both players hurt on A, while Kuzmi burns to a crisp. The round is still on for either side. Plant happening. Highness will fight CT. Up close to Devushka. He's going to complete it with the kill. The 4th is found from FORZE Reload. As with that, they once more get a number on their side. Not the best buy from fluffy gangsters coming out, so having to do as much as they can with this. Desperately trying to make their way across and into a play. Devushka just jiggling. Takanashi taken. Devushka double kill to start. Devushka with 3. Fluffy gangsters slowly but surely start falling down completely. A fast exec into B they thought was going to be great, but ultimately nothing comes from it. And now we're looking at a tough task all of a sudden. A tall order to fulfill. Hop out from Shady, completes it onto Bokke. Shot hit onto the second, but no kill with it. The trade comes out. Fast A exec will be burning as the final kill is found by killing him with flames. The fast, fiery execute has been blown away, causing a 6th to be put on the board. So real dangerous all of a sudden here. Something looks to be played all too well. Now we're gonna see how fluffy gangsters can control it themselves, because looking forward into what could be a very dangerous position. Might not be too nice for them. Good fight to throw, and as Spirit will have a shot at this. Great shot fired. Man advantage. With the entry taken, Devushka aggression towards B ramp. Every kill coming left, right, and center. Exton is here with a 180 to find himself a double again. Poor mid fights. Nothing of it. They don't seem to care whatsoever. As everything falls into place. That is brilliant from FORZE Reload. They are playing so good right now. Yeah, it's for no reason. There's not for no reason that this team, FORZE Reload, what we're seeing has been the number one, right, of the whole competition, of everything. There is a reason for that, and we're seeing the shining light here on a map like Ancient. Probably prepared it against Fluffy Gangsters a little bit. They knew they had to play against them since yesterday. And playing their utmost here on a map that they have yet to win this season. Lost it twice against Nexus and K-Team. And are now looking to steamroll through. That is absolutely ridiculous. Nice shot, Spirit. Still in trouble as he falls away. Boom. Could be tabbed or stuck in. Spirit will be a dead man walking. Devushka tries to go for an ambitious stick. Solby no spraying. Oh, the spray from Exort. The Zera's happening. It's another defuse. It's another clutch. They keep on going. They keep on going. And there's nothing that can stop them, it feels like. This is something else. Again, a bomb plant and everything you desire. I just get pulled away from you. Devushka. Not delivering. Oh, okay. Not delivering, you say. See you later, Highness. A dead man. Burning onto mid. Sound's been heard, Spirit. Might be a dead man. Will Takanashi clear for him? He's not. And so a freebie will be provided, Spirit. Good frag onto Takanashi, who's going for another. Spirit finds a double. And things are seeming to get better and better. Doesn't seem to stop. Controlling the match, controlling the pace. Great shot from Yuram Yatta. Would at least look to be found. Still no stopping. The time has run out. Yuram Yatta is saving. It's 9-1 for FORZE Reload. Good shot from Shady. Oh, the main aggression as well. They haven't done this before. It's one more trick that they haven't played out yet. And Fluffy Gangsters fumbles. Right in front of their eyes. They fall left, right, and center. Devushka, 13-0 so far. Hasn't died once, that's 14. FORZE reload. Back in the day with VP Prodigy, we called it to be the next big thing. They achieved greatness, but they fell apart. This is still 4 players left standing. They've brought in Spirit, someone who's also going 10-5 just casually. And they're still continuing to show what they're worth. 6-1 in the regular season. And now, close to a grand final spot if they play their cards right. Good shot from Shady. Where is he? He's on middle. He's again been swapping over. He's been on B. He's been on Red Room. He's now on Donut. Double play here towards Cave. And Yuram Yatta has 1 HP remaining. There's nothing for Fluffy Gangsters to be done. Poker is falling. There goes Highness. Yuram Yatta from Cave. Single point of health remaining. And they're gonna be falling down here. There's no way. The redemption arc. It needs to happen now. But they need every single piece of it. FORZE is doing really good. They haven't been able to show up in too many events yet, but maybe with this new coach, with this new lineup, we're gonna see way more of them in the future. 2 players towards Donut. Peter 50. Imagine if that would have been a kill. Would have been another just one-upping of everything. Oh! Shady. Shady! Oh! 3 kills with a Peter 50. That is something else. The Vushka is 16-0, by the way. Just casually saying. That coming out. And Shady just demolished this side of Fluffy Gangsters. These guys are completely getting taken and pulled apart. Great tap there from Shady. Ridiculous work from the youngster. That is brilliant. 12 on the board. FORZE reload. Are they going to have one more added to the tally? Are they going to go all the way to 13? They're just playing against Armor Pistol now. That's everything. Smoke coming out. Entry found from Sorby. So he gets himself the first. It's Sorby to fall. Up close Highness looking to chime in to the play as he takes control over the ramp side for now. Might be able to swing. Ooh. Okay, they've slipped through. Highness. Hey, Highness. You can't do that, mate. Missed some of the shots. Devushka happy to be alive. He still hasn't died yet, so he really wanted to keep his score of a 16-0. Maybe 17 could be put up on the telly. Spirit, by the way, with the double. That's 17-0. Could be a flawless game. Could be a flawless game. It is a flawless game from Devushka. 13-1. FORZE reload.